Hey guys, Loco here again to do Meet the Team Liquid Edition. Oh man, oh man. So I want to make Meet the Teams more of an informative series than an opinion piece by me. I still do opinion pieces a lot, like Listen Loco and kind of my MSI prediction video that I'll do. But this one is not like that. So I know a lot of you guys are going to say I have a bias against TL, but I'm going to try to make this fact-based as possible, okay? They are my team. I used to coach them. They're repping NA this year at MSI. So yeah, no hate, okay, TL fans? Alright, let's start. Let's talk about TL. When we think TL now, we think super team, we think elite, but that's not who they always used to be. They actually used to be a really scrappy underdog kind of team. They did get investment in 2017, but they were actually still pretty shit. That was the Golden Glue reign over year. It's in 2018 where they really took off when they put together Doublelift, Impact, Pobelter, Xmithy, and Ole. They started a bit slow, but they were able to win 3 in a row, and that's where we are now. TL is a 3-peat North American dynasty. In the franchising era, they are by far the most successful North American team over TSM and C9. That is just unarguable. Now, let's go meet the players. In top lane, we have Impact. The funny thing about Impact is I think he's forever going to be underrated by fans, but rated highly by analysts and players. And why is that? It's because Impact has very strong fundamentals and not a lot of flashy elements to his gameplay. His laning is extremely solid. His movements around the map is extremely solid. He does his job perfectly in teamfight. And he doesn't require a lot of resource and doesn't bleed. So you can see why a lot of players that play against him and with him will rate him highly, but fans watching might not due to him not having a lot of flashy moment. So the big question with Impact is, can he play carries? And the answer is a little bit complicated. Yes and no. He can play Jace, GP, and Kennen. And unlike traditional carry players, when Impact plays carries, he's actually not the best at snowballing and receiving resource. He actually plays very independently and just keeps growing by himself and turns into a team fighting threat or a split pushing threat later on. But he also can't play some of the core carries in the meta, such as Akali, Irelia, Vladimir. I know he's played Akali and Vladimir before, but I just don't think he'll be able to pull these out versus the level of opponents at MSI. Now, let's go to jungle. For TL's jungle, we have Xmithy. He is one of the oldest players still playing to this day, and it's amazing how good he is. He has excellent pathing, but a little bit of shaky mechanics, so I'm a little worried for him versus all the super aggressive early game junglers in the tournament such as Clid and Ning. But Xmithy is the glue that keeps Team Liquid together in and outside of game. In game, he's supportive of all the laners while not falling behind. That is not an easy job to do at all. Whenever you watch Xmithy pass, you'll see how much he's able to help all the laners but still maintain relevancy in the game. And also out of the game, he's someone that's very chill and someone that's a leader that's been part of many successful rosters. I can't say how underrated Xmithy is and how much of a key piece he is for TL succeeding for all these splits. Now mid lane, we have Jensen. Jensen is TL's secondary carry and someone that's also overshadowed a lot. He's put together quite an impressive international resume during his time on C9, and he's a very capable laner, even internationally. He doesn't really get busted open like a lot of the North American mid laners that do well in North America and kind of crumble when they go to international tournament. He's a very gifted player, but also rarely a focus on his team. Back when he was on C9, he actually didn't receive that much focus other than that brief period with contracts. And even on TL, he is not the main focus of the team. He's a very flexible player known for his utility champions such as Orianna or Zillion, but it doesn't mean his carry champions are a slouch either. When given champions like Syndra and given the resource to carry, he can definitely manage it. Or he can just be a pressure sponge. Jensen gets quite the bad rep due to the incarnation days or the infamous Janya Echo moment in Game 5 versus TSM, or I'm a clap faker, but he's quite a capable player and hopefully he can break out of his shell for this tournament and deliver some kind of success to North America. Now, in AD carry, we have Doublelift. Doublelift is the single most successful player from NA and by far the best Generation 1 player still playing. Team Liquid is Doublelift and Doublelift is Team Liquid. He's an aggressive laner that gives you no breathing room, and when combined with Core JJ, he's been able to curb a lot of his weakness from before. A lot of the over-aggression or forcing plays that's not going to work, a lot of that is gone now that he's laning with Core JJ, and Core JJ has kind of taken over the shot calling. He is a one-man carry in team fight, and given the right tools, Doublelift will take over the fight. Champions like Jinx or Vayne, whenever he's put on those, Doublelift does incredibly well. But he's not just a one-note carry player, also very capable on utility champions such as Varus, Sivir, and Ashe. He'll actually match up very well versus almost all bot lanes at MSI, and I think the only bot lane that could really give TL a lot of trouble is going to be SKT. There is one caveat with Doublelift in International. He has a kind of a mental block versus these international top-tier Korean Chinese teams. This time, there is no excuse. He had a great performance last MSI and Worlds, but he was held back by teammates. Now that TL has put stars around him, we can expect a lot of great things from Double this time around. For support, we have Core JJ, Team Liquid's best player. When support is the best player on a roster, it's usually a diss at rest of the team and failure in putting together a roster, but that's not the case for Team Liquid. Core JJ is a very, very special player in the sense he's an amazing shotcaller who can read the map well, great laner who's protective, can also put on pressure. He's just very, very well rounded as a player. His game sense took Team Liquid's bot lane and team fighting to another level, and he is one of the few imports who went over to NA from Korea and has maintained his skill level or even improved it. When people talk about players in NA being the best in the world, it's usually a joke, but Core JJ is someone with the skill level and also the resume to really put his name up there as one of the best supports in the world. Now, let's talk about TL as a team. I gave nicknames to all the other teams before, so I'll give TL a nickname. They are a team fighting machine. Early game, they'll play towards Dragon and bot lane. They won't make too much aggressive moves, but they'll have a great to good early game. And they'll scale up very nicely into mid game, and when Doublelift and Jensen get their item, they really get going and they start pressing their lead. TL is a machine through and through. Everyone is given a role and they execute on it like a clockwork. This is a very well coached team and a very well disciplined team. Of all the major teams going to MSI, I would say TL is the most one-dimensional and the one-note kind of team. As refined as they are in their playing style, it leaves them predictable. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. If they can weather the storm in early game from teams like G2 and IG, time will be Team Liquid's friend as the game drags on. As Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Guys, I hope you've been really enjoying my Meet the Team series. I'm having so much fun doing them, and thank you guys all for all the support. It's very much well appreciated. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and like. It really, truly does help me. And remember, I'm not crazy, I'm just loco. Bye!